It's Friday night, and we're live.
I know, it is Friday. Can you believe it?
Yep, and folks, we're live. I can prove it. It's March 7th, and Svea's got Princess Leia with her, who's apparently is not as sleepy as Svea.
No, not at all. Hi, baby Leia.
You like her countdown thing?
Yeah, that's very cute. I like it.
See, it's our show at a movie theater, drive-in movie, because tonight's about movies.
It is. It's about movies. Oh my gosh, that was when we had what's her face? She was doing the sign language. That was pretty cool.
That was a fun episode. That was a couple years ago.
Yeah.
I am sharing is caring.
Oh,
Maya's on.
Right? Oh my goodness, Maya. You're on time. Yes. Good job.
Maya, you get the clap. You ready to give the clap?
What?
We clap. We come on briefly and we start clapping.
Of course. I'll be right back. Dan's calling me.
I will do this. I will give the clap. Maya, thank you very much. Back to the countdown. Okay, sharing is caring, folks. I am doing my part. Okay, there we go. And I hope you shared on your end. Wendy's on. Wendy says, you're the telephone switchboard operator here. Hi, Maya. So, folks, tonight we are doing upcoming Hollywood movies. We were supposed to have a special guest, Ray Uchansky, on, but unfortunately there was a bit of a scheduling conflict. Oh, look. Bright light. We're inside the movie theater now, folks. We've gone from a drive-in movie theater to the concession stand inside.
Oh, I would be totally down for some popcorn right now.
You know what? It's Girl Scout cookie. It's Girl Scout cookie season. Did you know that?
Yes, I did. I've been avoiding that because I don't want to buy any cookies or eat them.
I went into a Stater Brothers a few days ago. And I walked wide away from the Girl Scout cookie booth. When I walked out, they're looking at me. And I was like, and they started to follow me. And I looked behind, they're following me down the parking lot. And I started running, and they started running.
You know
and
what?
I looked back. I got to my truck. I looked back. They weren't there. And then I turned around. And right in front of me was the Girl Scout. 3 Girl Scouts looking at me.
You know how you avoid it?
How?
You know when Girl Scout cookies season starts because they're very vocal on social media, etc., that they have cookies, right? Yeah. So what you do is you plan as soon as you hear that, then you start doing mail deliver, like have your DoorDash your food.
I may have to because I turn around, they're looking at me, and they're blocking me from the truck, and then I turn around, there was 2 more, and this music started playing, going dun dun dun, and I'm like, I can't get away. I bought $25 worth of cookies, and they walked away. Says, now you're safe. And I went.
And there's like
driving back home, and I'm not leaving.
$25.
Huh?
It's not even a lot of cookies for $25.
It's enough.
It's barely anything. It's a few.
It's like, depending on what you buy, it's like boxes. God help me. I work with a lot of what's called Boy Scouts, but now the program's called Scouting America. We'll have to go with that. They sell the popcorn. Talk about overpriced and underwhelming. Look,
you know what, though?
We're in the movies.
Do you remember?
We're in the movie theater.
Do you remember when Girl Scout cookies were $2 a box? I remember that.
Yeah, but see, we're not 20. God. 10 years ago was not a long time for us.
I remember when they were cheap, and we'd be like, "Yeah, just buy a whole bunch because they're so cheap."
Maya
more too.
Says they're all there, but I like this comment. So y'all know that Aldi's got wannabe Girl Scout cookies, their brand, and they are just as good.
Yeah, but you're not doing the charity part. That's the whole point, right?
Yeah, Girl Scout. I mean, it's a heck of an industry they have, definitely. So I wonder before we came on the movie theater if there was like that little song that plays in the cartoon with like, let's all go to the movies and get ourselves a snack.
Oh my goodness. Hold on a second.
You are popular tonight. Tell them you're working. Okay, who else? We got a lot of people watching. They're starting to come in. We've got Wendy. We got Maya. Who else we got? Let us know, even if we are streaming live to Facebook and 2 places on Facebook, Dancing Bear and Elk Rack's your respective YouTube channels and Twitch accounts. We got people to watch us from all across the spectrum. Let us know who's here. That counter we're looking at is never accurate. Yeah, but they're expensive. But yes, you are right, for the charity. It is for the charity, Maya, but they're Girl Scout cookies. I mean, it's like eating Cheerios or Honey-O's. It's the brand name you're paying for.
Yeah.
And all these doesn't
That was my mom calling, so that's why I had to answer it.
Oh, definitely. The mothership?
Yeah.
Wendy Hodge says, yeah, Girl Scout cookies are expensive. Have you looked at the price of the Boy Scout popcorn or Scouting America popcorn? There's what's called a camporee coming up in 2 weeks, which is all the local Boy Scout troops come together and they do little competitions and stuff like that and their merit badges. It's this place called Lake Oweah County Park, almost 20 minutes from my house. And guess who they recruit? Oh, red carpet. Guess who they recruited as the medic that weekend?
You.
The bottom of the barrel. I am the medic that weekend. Kids, don't go to the... I know some of the people from Scouts watch the show. Don't go to that camporee and get hurt. Or I'll be putting on your Band-Aid. Probably over open gash wound. All right. We have a couple more comments. We're talking about Girl Scout cookies, apparently. Wendy says, I don't buy too much brand names. Wendy, you make a lot of your home stuff, just like your homemade balsamic vinegar.
I put on my speaker, so then there's less noise in here for Ryan.
Yeah, he's still freaking out.
Thank you, Maya. I'm not the bottom of the barrel. I'm just below it.
What are we supposed to do? Kidding?
I was making a joke to some people about this camporee and I do medic. I said they screw up the bottom of the barrel, and if I have to pull up for a medical thing, when I come up instead of a siren, I'm gonna blast "Bad Medicine" by John Bon Jovi because I just inspired that much confidence.
Ew.
And self-facing jokes are the funniest. What are you eating?
Me?
Yeah.
I'm not eating anything right now.
I heard a container open.
It's my friend. I'm at my friend's house tonight.
Gotcha.
She's
Apparently,
washing dishes right now.
got it. And you're sitting in her living room, probably doing a show. That's a good friend, big time.
I'm doing I have it on my earbuds so that it's not loud for the whole house.
Hey, say something that's really strange and making your friend look at you weird, and just say that you're doing it for the show.
No. So this will get a reaction. Ohio State is the best school in the world.
What?
What did I hear?
She said barf, and she
Got it. All right, 40 seconds.
Second behind Arizona University.
You better be back really soon here, Maya, if you're going to make your matcha tea. Ready for your countdown, Svea?
I mean, how come she doesn't have her matcha tea ready already?
I don't know. You had all day, Maya.
Yeah, and she wait until like 10 seconds before the show is going.
No kidding. Matter of fact, not even 10 seconds, but we are starting at 10.
9.
8.
7.
6.
5.
4.
3.
2.
1. Start the
Showtime! It's time for Late Night Crap Talk with hosts Svea and James Hermes. On tonight's show, upcoming summer movies. A Hollywood janitor decided to try his hand at directing. He's billing himself as the director who swept the Oscars. It's time to start the show. Swept the Oscars. Swept. He was the janitor. He was going to go directing and swept after the Oscars.
Yes.
Hi, folks. We're live.
Hi.
Yeah. Mission
So,
statement.
welcome to our show.
Last week, you think?
Yeah, welcome to our show, everyone. I'm not talking as loud as normal because I'm at my friend's house and her kids are upstairs resting or watching TV or whatnot, but I don't want to be too loud. So we do the show every week to entertain you, bring you some new information. We have guests. We do all kinds of fun stuff. We also like to update you about what's going on with our business. And if you like the show, you can like and subscribe to our Facebook posts, our Facebook pages individually, our YouTube channels, our Twitch channels. You can follow us on social media. We're on Instagram. One thing that is changing is that if you do watch our show on Facebook, make sure that if you want to watch our show and you miss it, they're only going to, starting in March and the end of March, they're only going to keep lives for 30 days. So if you watch our show and you missed our show for some reason, it was beyond 30 days, you can watch our shows on YouTube if you've missed our show live, because we do record it onto YouTube. So that's something to keep in mind. It's kind of sad that they changed that, but I can see why they're probably trying to get rid of lives. They probably have a lot of data tied up into the Facebook lives.
Big time.
Yeah. So I can see why. A whole country, a whole world of doing that. Yeah. So we have Princess Leia here today. She's enjoying the show today. But so what's going on with you, James? What's going on with Elbrack?
Well, let's get the elephant in the room first for last week. So we cool with that right now?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. We weren't able to do the show live last week, so we're doing the last week's show tonight, which means we'll have to take this week's show and do it another time. But on my end, we had a couple things. What's going
on? James, what's this comment?
Well, you had to be really quiet in your friend's house. You weren't talking loud, and so I'm saying we should get into a screaming contest. See who has a bigger, louder scream.
Yeah, I was
hoping you wouldn't see that and the audience would.
James says we should have a screaming contest right now.
I'm innocent.
Wow.
Maya posted that.
Yeah, Maya posted it. Interesting.
Wendy made her.
Yeah, I'm sure.
That's how it usually happens. Anyway, So last week on my end, I had a training I had to be at on Saturday and Sunday, and leaving really early in the morning. He got hit with a last-minute homework assignment that was a pretty major report. And so sometimes, once in a great while, that happens. I'm a college student. So that's what happened on my end, but it was just something I had to give. And we had other bigger fish going on that night, too.
The problem is the plan was we were going to have Dave and James. They were going to, and all of us were going to be on last week. And what happened was my mom ended up going up into emergency. And so I told Dave, I'm like, honestly, I don't know when I'm getting out of here. I can't be on, there's no way I can get back in time. It's already like 8:39 and I'm still at the ER. And so James like, yeah, sure, I can take care of it. And then he got a last minute homework assignment that was applied or required to be due. And he's like, I can't do it either. So we just had to cancel. And generally we don't cancel like that on such a,
The thing is that
crazy situation.
what I love about that whole thing was Dave Uchansky was I'm saying the last name right? I kind of have a history.
Uchansky.
It is Uchansky?
Like Jackie Chan.
Yeah. I can't get nothing
Jackie
right.
Chan.
I cannot get anything right with that dude. And he's so amazing.
He's
Uchansky,
very magnanimous for you constantly saying his last name wrong.
Well, remember, I'm brain damaged. Okay. I will never get tired of telling that joke the truth. So I have reasons now.
Mm-hmm.
Dave being the amazing person he is, and I really freaking mean this. Dave was professional. I understand these things happen. He was ready to go. We're going to have him on hopefully in the next few weeks. We weren't able to have him tonight just because of scheduling conflicts. But Dave is the pro and the amazing person he is, rolling with it. Nothing but compliments to say about that dude. And Svea is in a conversation.
Sorry. He's like,
well, you got people working and doing dishes.
He's all, Svea's in a conversation right now. I'm like,
Svea's multitasking.
Don't worry, you're not going to be seen. I have the virtual background on. So, yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. L-Crack. So we got a few things to throw out there. Let me get them up. Okay, folks. What's going on is we want to throw out the PAL schedule for the next few weeks. Cal State University, Pavunga, Long Beach powwow, Cal State Long Beach. Tomorrow and Sunday, Dancing Bear is going to be there. L-Crack, we haven't started our weekend show season yet. But look for Dancing Bear Indian Trader at that powwow. Also coming up is, hold on, technical thing. I have to get to the PowerPoint where I can actually make it go round and round. Okay. Next one we got coming up is, okay, there we go. The Honoring Indigenous Women Rooted in Resilience, March 15th, coming up at Woodward Park. We also have coming up, it's like this weird lag between the left. Internet is so weird tonight. Okay, Palma Peon Games, April 19th, coming up at Palma Reservation out there by Valley Center and near Santa Isabel, whatnot. Also coming up, the Native HIV AIDS, as soon as this thing, there we go. It's like a 5-second lag. National Native HIV AIDS Awareness Day Powwow, March 22nd, a Saturday from 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. at Gloria Molina Grant Park in Los Angeles. And we also have coming up the Youth Social Powwow as soon as it pops up. There we go. Youth Social Powwow, Saturday, March 15th at Miramar College. Matter of fact, looking to see. Okay, let's look at the head staff. And that looks like it for our powwow schedule. And I'll have a current events to show. Huh?
James, we have ASU powwow is April 4th, 5th, and 6th.
Getting that on the calendar for next week.
Yep, exactly.
Getting that. Okay. I usually pull these off California Powwow's Facebook page and like, here's a flyer, here's a flyer, here's a flyer. I will get that on there. And Maya says Black Pumpkin. That's one of the movies for those that haven't seen Dave. He hasn't been on the show since October, November of 2023. And way too long. And that's one of the movies he's made. Producer, actor, not director. The producer, actor, and all around Dave.
Producer and actor, not director. Correct.
No. He's not doing one of the M. Night Shyamalan things where he's an actor and the director. Dave wears a lot of hats, but there can't be that many. All right. Yeah. So, Svea, what's going on with Dancing Bear?
Well, we have a couple things coming up besides Long Beach Powwow, which is tomorrow, Saturday, and Sunday. The following weekend, on March 15th, we have James coming to our store to teach a drum class. Now, right now, we don't have any students signed up. So if we don't have anyone signed up, we're going to have to cancel the class. We really don't want to do that. But we need to have a minimum of so many students for James to come out. And I don't know if it's just the class price or it's just March 15th is the Ides of March and they just don't want to go make a drum on the Ides of March. I don't know.
Well, I mean, this is a native drum. We're not dealing with the Roman Senate.
Yeah, so we have that class coming up. If you do want to sign up for it, you need to sign up by Monday, like in the morning, because we're going to call the class on Monday morning if we don't have enough students. So we hope we don't have to. We will reschedule it if it doesn't work out this time. We've done that before. The other thing is we have a class with Cheyenne Faulkner. If you guys remember Cheyenne, she has come on our show before. She's actually kind of a famous internet star. She's been on, she's created quite a following on TikTok and Instagram, and she's done a whole bunch of videos on how to make earrings and beadwork. And so she's going to come to our store and actually teach. So that's pretty cool. I'm very excited about that. And we're actually going to be, it's the first time she's ever taught class. So she's kind of excited about it. It's kind of cool. So there's that. So there's 2 classes, and then the Long Beach powwow.
The Long Beach powwow.
Updates on my mom. I think people probably want to know.
Yes.
Chris has been in and out of the hospital since November. She went into the hospital last Tuesday of this week. We went in to see her regular primary care doctor, and her heart rate was too high. And he said she looked pale. And so he's like, you guys just need to go to the ER. So we brought her to the ER on Tuesday, and she's being released today. They changed her heart medication. They got her body working because she just had colon surgery. So she was having some lower problems down there going on. So she's doing okay now. And they're going to releasing her today. Dan's going to pick her up. So the first call I got was Dan. He was telling me, he's getting near the hospital, and my mom was calling me asking if we're picking her up. Dan came to Long Beach today to help me set up. So it's just been a really long day. I'm quite exhausted. So if I seem to be a little out of it, I'm really tired. And today was really long, and this week was really hard. But luckily my mom's going home, and she can, continue to get better at home and feel better. So anyway, that's what we're going through right now.
I think, Svea, I think I'm going to probably say the same thing the audience is thinking, is that, knowing what kind of week you had or having an inkling of as we talked for the show during the week, and setting up for the powwow, your mom getting out of the hospital, setting up for the powwow, a big event for Dancing Bear. You are showing amazing strength this week and resilience. Even though you are tired, nobody can blame you. But just the stresses and everything, that is a testament to your awesomeness. I got to say it. That's just freaking cool and pretty damn amazing. And I think, like I said, I don't know if you need to hear that, but I think I'm echoing what the audience is thinking, obviously.
Yeah.
That's pretty damn special. So
it's very exhausting, let me tell you. I think most people would say the same thing.
Yeah.
So
I think I'm going to say it. Hopefully you won't be upset with I say this, but we do have a show coming up. We're going to be talking about taking care of elderly parents.
Yeah.
Kids doing that. And that's a show Svea have been wanting to do and talking about actually on and off the last few months. Just waiting for the right time to have that show. Because, she's dealing with that. My dad's getting older. We're at the point that, like, when we go to powwow, we got to pay somebody to watch him. Mm-hmm. And we don't have the nth degree that you do, but with your mom, but just being in that phase of the kids take care of the parents, we're definitely putting a show on that. It's going to be a pretty emotional one for both of us and the audience.
Mm-hmm.
On to that current events.
Yeah, I think that's good.
Okay. So I got a story to share. A couple of them. And then an update. We ready? Okay. Okay. I have been and this is not an easy class. I'm taking statistics this semester. That is the only class. It's only 4 unit class, but it's math. I would do math. So studying hard on it, and I was looking at this one point, and we're about almost halfway through the class. We got midterms coming up, and I'm trying to study this thing called categorical qualitative and / qualitative variables and numerical / quantitative variables, and trying to learn the difference between discrete and continuous variables. These are real things. And I'm looking at this going, how do I measure this? And I'm going to show y'all something. I was thinking about it today, and off and on, I got to take it real slow because I'm probably have dyscalculia, honestly. That's like dyslexia, but with math and numbers. Basic arithmetic, I can do all day. Algebra, not much. Statistics, new beast to me. So I'm thinking, now, how do you figure out what's the difference? Well, if you're a math person, I'm going to scare off with they don't like math, but discrete variable is basically something that's a whole number that you can't devise it. It's like people. A discrete variable would be considered like, say, counting how many people live in a house. A continuous variable would be how tall are the people in the house. It's a number that can be devised. And so I'm thinking, what is the best way for me to answer this? Because this question on the homework asks, provide your own example of a constant and of a continuous and discrete variable. This is a real picture of my real homework. It asks to come up with categories, and then it gives an example between discrete and continuous. The number of people in a room, the height of the people in the room, number of times bursts says during a speech. Continuous, the time a speech took. What did I write as an example? A large stone that I can chip into an arrowhead or stone point. For discrete. Continuous, how long the arrowhead or stone point that I chip from the large stone. That is my real answer to that. And I'm wondering if the math teacher is going to go, or the math professor is going to go,
A weirdo.
What? And think, is that a joke? And I'm thinking, no, I'm serious. I put in part of my day job. So it was so unusual. I don't like to usually share like homework assignments and stuff like that on the show. Joya's on.
Oh, hi.
Hi, Joya. So I had to show that because it's so unusual. When you know what, I got to put that on the show. And a lot of you already know that we're doing this thing. We're doing this fundraiser. I'm doing this fundraiser this month called Ride 300 Miles in a March for the American Cancer Society. We all know somebody has cancer. I just learned that a friend of mine who's a truck driver has skin cancer tonight. And we were called talking about it because people get cancer and they call me because I'm a pre-med thing with my doctor for some damn reason. But anyway, I wanted to do this. So I started writing. I'm going to give an update on this one. So I wanted to start writing last weekend, but I had to go to my mom and I went to what's called a wilderness first aid training. You know, we do outdoorsy stuff. And just to show, this is a picture of us actually at the training last Saturday and Sunday. There's my mom working on a scenario, wrapping up a person that has hypothermia in the lower right. We're doing what's called we're carrying a patient that we have to put on a backboard. We're improvising a stretcher right there. So I couldn't ride the bike those first 2 days. But I want to get an update. So we started riding the bike for that 300 miles in March. And here's the update we got. I got to wait for it to show up and add a fancy animation, but there's this lag. Come on, lag. You can do it. Come on, picture. Let's see if we can make you magically appear. No, it's still there. Okay. Let's try this again. Come on, you can do it. What is with the internet tonight? There we go. Finally. Sheesh. Wow. We're taking the show's definitely operating off Indian time tonight. So this is the summation this week for writing. I started writing on Monday. On Monday, I rode 20 miles. The next day, I rode 15, and then I rode did a 11.5 today, and on Thursday I did 10.67. I'm trying to ride 15 miles, but it's been 15 to 20 miles a day, but it's been really busy. So far, week one, riding 300 miles in March, I'm at 57.47 miles as of today. Tomorrow, this weekend, I'm going to knock out another 40 or 50 miles to get that 300. I'm going to try to go way beyond that. But folks, if you want to know, Svea, are you in a position to throw up the link, or shall I?
What?
Are you in a position to throw up the link, or do I need to?
Which link?
For the fundraising.
Oh,
I'll get it.
I don't. No, I'm not in position.
I'll get it. So, folks, I'm going to throw up a link. Wendy says that's 57.47 miles more than me. So, have you biked more than 57 miles this week?
I've driven that many miles.
Were you riding a bike driving?
Well, my car is kind of like a bike. It has wheels, and
Good enough for me.
And I can accelerate and decelerate.
With gas.
It takes energy to drive.
There you go. Okay. So 57 miles this week. I'm going to be knocking out 25 tomorrow and probably about 20 on Sunday. To really bring that up closer to 100, almost 100 miles. Hopefully, I'll be knocking out 100 by Monday and getting that done. So while we're going over this, and so let's see if I can walk and chew bubble gum, let me quickly get the link up and post it for you folks. We are doing this again to raise money for American Cancer Society, called the Cycle 300 Miles in March. And the way it works is you could donate per mile, or you can just do a flat amount, but we're raising this to raise awareness and raise funds. So let me very quickly get the link up. This will take hopefully not long. I have a lot of Facebook posts. Oh, there it is. Okay, let me get the page up and copy paste. Okay, let's get this done. So putting the comment now here, folks, this is where you can go to my Facebook page and donate. Okay, did I freeze there for a second?
Yep.
Yeah, for some reason my mouse cursor hit end stream. Almost or leave, and it's being weird. Anyway, my apologies. We got some Indian times going on tonight. So the link that you just saw on Dancing Bear and Elk Rack is to the page if you'd like to donate and follow. I will be doing updates every week through this month on that one. So that's what we got there. Any more updates? We're going to get to movies.
I think we could get to movies.
Let's get to movies. Okay.
Yeah.
So we had this whole thing planned out with Dave, but we actually have a little contest we're going to do with y'all tonight. Okay. So we've got a number of cool movies coming out this summer. I'm kind of a movie buff on some stuff, some things I'm not, but we're going to discuss it. And folks, we want to throw your comments too on this one. But upcoming summer movies we have first coming up this summer is going to be The Thunderbolts. Marvel. They got a couple movies coming out this summer, don't they?
Possibly.
Yeah, this is the second one this year. So The Thunderbolts. Folks, I don't know if you're familiar with this. I know Svea is. You want to do some explaining, or shall I?
I have no idea about this.
Okay.
Misfits, aren't they? They're kind of the misfits of the...
Yeah.
No?
On DC, they have this thing called Suicide Squad, which you take the villains and they work for Amanda Waller from the government, U.S. government, and they go off and do these off-the-books missions that are super top secret. I'm gathering the Thunderbolts is like the Marvel version of Suicide Squad. And you got Bucky Barnes in there and some other people that are a combination from the Falcon the Winter Soldier mini short series on Disney Plus, as well as a couple characters there. I think one of them's from Ant-Man and the Wasp. They played the Ghost, and then the others came from the movie Black Widow, that standalone movie. And that's them together, and it's supposed to be real fun. That's coming out, and it says May. I believe it's coming out like the end of May, like I think Labor Day weekend or Memorial Day weekend. And when he says it sounds good, you got anything on that? Okay, Marvel. Let's hope Marvel hits a winner with this one, because they ain't been doing so good.
Yeah, that would be nice.
Yeah, how's it going? I mean, have you heard America? Was it Captain America: New World Order? Is it the name of it? How's the reviews on that?
I don't know. I think
I don't honestly know anybody that's seen it yet. All I know is you can see Harrison Ford turn the Red Hulk.
Because I think he's a part of the problem because if it's not doing well, because there was some, was it something Mackie? He was doing some weird publicity stuff and talking badly and stuff. So I don't know. Yeah.
Gotcha. Definitely, when the Falcon and Winter Soldier miniseries came out, it definitely took a turn. And like it or not like it, that's the turn it was gone. And it just kind of made things a little, let's put an extra layer on things, put it that way.
Mm-hmm.
So next movie?
Yeah.
All right, next movie we have coming out this summer. This is the one I initially thought was actually going to be a joke. Jurassic World Rebirth. You know about this one?
No, did they take the eggs that they found and they're growing them again?
I don't know. It's I guess it's like an experimental island, and the premise, and the dinosaurs, that they weren't able to really get the dinosaurs, the genetic sequence right, so they actually started over on another island. I guess the premise. And this one actually has Scarlett Johansson in it, and it doesn't have Chris Pratt. Mm. And when I first saw the trailer for it, I thought it was an AI spoof, something made with an AI.
There's a lot
and it made it look like that, but it's an actual movie.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see where they go with it. I've seen some of the stuff, like the big bad is supposed to be this. The big bad guy in the movie is supposed to be this like freaky looking genetic. I didn't quite get it right. T-Rex. Mm-hmm. And we'll see how it goes. I mean, I like the Jurassic World, the first one with the Indominus Rex. That was pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
But we'll see how that one goes. So that's coming out in July. Another Jurassic World movie. Rebirth. So, they keep on slapping new names. Let's just hope it doesn't come up to the point of like, the 1980s, we had Police Academy 15, but with dinosaurs now.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Next movie we have coming out this summer. Maya says may watch Jurassic. I would just because I like dinosaurs. I'm like a little kid. I love those things. Okay, next movie we have coming out is going to be, I don't know much about this. I'm not the one to talk about Lilo and Stitch.
Oh, it's probably really cute. The whole movie is really cute. Like the original movie is very good.
You seen it?
I've seen the original movie. It's very good. I think this is probably a really good movie.
Gotcha. And he's in a disco ball with a chain.
It's a remake with CGI. So it's computer animated versus like a hand-drawn animation.
Do you think it's actually he's CGI, but you think it's everything else live action?
It will look very live action, correct?
Okay, that's cool.
I think it would be good. I think it would be probably really good. I'd probably see it.
Well, I need to see the live action of The Lion King. I am a huge fan of the one that came out in the 90s, the animated movie.
I love the one from that movie. I don't know. I still haven't watched that movie. I don't know.
The animated one or the live action?
I haven't watched the live action one yet. It's literally the same movie, but it's live action.
Oh, yeah, that's the thing right there. So I haven't seen that. I need to. Folks, have you seen the live action Lion King? And how well does that compare to the animated movie? Since we're looking at, taking all these, fun Disney cartoons, popular ones, and turn into live action stuff. You'll notice the one thing I'm not mentioning I put in the show lineup is Snow White. Okay. So next one we're looking at, the next summer movie. I have not seen the originals of these. I am familiar with the concept. That's why we needed Dave on the show. We have coming up is 28 years later. Now, if you're not familiar, there was the first movie that came out called
the sequel.
Huh? There's a sequel. You had 28 days later. It's a zombie movie, right?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. Zombies. You had 28 years later. So you had the big outbreak, and it's 28 days after the major outbreak into the zombie apocalypse. And then you had the next movie, which was 28 months later. Obviously, a couple of years after the initial outbreak, and now this is 28 years later. And that's coming out 04/20.
28 years later?
28 years later. So definitely it's not going to be 2 years after the outbreak. It's 28 years.
That's weird.
Yeah. So I think the next movie after this is going to be 280 years later. And then 2000. Well, you know the math on that one. Maya says, yes, it is a zombie movie. And Wendy says, yes, it's a zombie movie. And just to get back to Lilo and Stitch, my El Presidente does says, I love the OG Lilo and Stitch.
Yeah.
Okay. I think I got some fillers tonight. Okay, 10:31. Next movie we have coming out this summer is going to be. There we go. We're going to go back to that one because it skipped a slide. And it's hanging on. Oh, we'll just talk about this one. We'll come back to when it changes. Nobody has a good track. Okay, we'll go back to that one. Brad Pitt. Have you heard of this? F4? Or F1? F1?
No, I haven't heard of this.
This is NASCAR. Huh?
Is it real?
Yeah. F1 is race cars.
Okay.
Specifically, let's get it up. It should be actually. Let me make sure I get the term correctly here. I'm going to type in F1 to Google. Formula One racing. I should have known that. And this is Brad Pitt. He's actually, I watched some of the film making of it. He's actually driving these cars. He's actually he's in a car that's mocked up to be an F1 race car. These things go like, Mach 50. Super fast. And he's in it. Never mind, he's too old. He's probably older than the drivers, regular drivers. But it says the footage on this is supposed to be really, really good. So coming out this summer, F1. Also coming out, and we'll go back to it, this is the one we'll go back to. Come on, slide. Wow. Indian time slides. Richard Storm, Grimm Storm, The Fantastic Four. Did you watch the one that came out in the 90s?
Didn't the last one fail?
Badly. It imploded and went down in a burning pile of poop.
So why did they redo it? That's kind of weird.
And it's only been a couple years since they did the other one.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's like somebody just keeps on inheriting this. Somebody keeps on losing a bet or something.
Like
the one that came out in the 90s, that was fun. But the second one stunk.
Yeah, like I said, maybe they're like, well, maybe the people are going for it again.
Yeah.
Try it again.
I don't know. Maybe it's just because you had Reed Richards appear as part of the Illuminati on Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness.
Mm-hmm.
And you had that one actor playing him, and he's really good. Just his character was on there. It was basically a cameo. It was much longer than Patrick Stewart's cameo as Dr. Xavier. But we'll come back to Formula One, Maya.
James.
Yep.
I'll come right back. I think Leia needs to go outside and do business.
Gotcha. Okay.
Because she's like getting really antsy. So I'll be right back.
Gotcha. All right, folks. So Fantastic Four coming out. The movie, folks, if you saw the movie, let me know how big the Doctor bill was from the movie that came out just a couple years ago. I don't even remember what it was. I started to watch it on Disney Plus. I stopped. I skipped a few places through the movie and went, yeah, it ain't good. So with other movies coming out, and we'll see if we can bring this up. This one's, he doesn't do so bad with these, but the next one we have coming up that's coming out is Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning. Okay, you can be a Tom Cruise fan or not a Tom Cruise fan. He does well with these. And, this series has been going on a couple of decades now. And so they really haven't overdone it. I think this is his last one, but I haven't seen part one of this. I know this is a two-parter movie, this being the final part. Don't know the plot on it, but there's some buzz about this one. I might be interested in seeing this. I don't do a lot of movies, but this is one of the ones to look forward to this summer. Even though it's Tom Cruise and he can get really weird. but I liked him on Top Gun Maverick. Okay, other movie coming out this summer we have coming out, and this is the one that's really started some conversations. Superman. DC's only movie coming out this year, or this summer, I believe. And it's so different. If you folks, let me know in the comments if you've seen the trailer for this. When we were supposed to do this show last Friday, Svea and Dave and I all had a pre-show meeting. We were talking about this, and Dave and I went on for a little while about the Superman, just how different it is. It's being directed by James Gunn, the same director that's done Suicide Squad, and more famously, he's done the Guardians of the Galaxy, and he's also done Guardians of the Galaxy movies. He's done great there, and of course he's moving with DC, and he's redone this. Now, when you had Henry Cavill doing Superman, Superman killed somebody at the end, and just wasn't a lot of big fans of that. But this one, with the previews, it's really being more true to the source material in the comics. And it even appeared in this with Crypto, the dog. Kelly Jo Miller says something like the original, like originals, like something original new. Yeah. But she comments, too many movies on the coattails, sort of say. I agree. Especially if it's Fantastic Four, because we don't want to see a remake of Fantastic Four 3 times next year. Somebody keeps on losing the bet. But anyway, with Superman, this has got a lot of people's curiosity, how he's taken this and how different it is. But the one with Henry Cavill is supposed to be gritty, more realistic. Granted, guy flying through the sky. But I'm real curious what direction James Gunn has done with this. So this is the one that's got everybody really curious about that. And Wendy Hodge, as far as with Kelly Jo Miller's comment, I agree, Kelly Jo. So many movies on the coattails. Yeah, there is. I mean, how many of y'all folks are getting kind of burned out on all these comic superhero movies? I am, but am not. And the last one that really worked for me was, so we got a comment here. Maya says, I agree, Kelly. Kelly Jo, you nailed it. But the last good comic book movie or based on these characters, honestly, that really hit it square was amazing was Deadpool and Wolverine last summer. And that was fantastic. I love it on so many levels.
Yeah.
Did she go poop?
She went pee-pee.
She went pee-pee.
She was super antsy because she had to go to the bathroom.
Got it.
So she went bad.
You got anything about Superman?
I never really was a Superman fan.
Did you like Batman?
I never really. Batman's okay. I mean, even Superman and Batman's kind of. I don't know. I've never been a DC person, really. I think. Besides, because I always liked Hulk.
I was going to actually pretend to drink this and ask you to repeat that line that Batman's okay, and I was going to go, what? But I'm going to save myself the cleaning after the show off my desk.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of computer stuff over here I don't want to spit water on. But we covered also Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning with Tom Cruise. I don't know if you got anything you want to share on that one.
Another Mission Impossible movie.
It's not like Police Academy.
I know.
Or are you a Tom Cruise fan at all?
Yeah.
No, people are ever since he got weirder.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
No, I kind of feel like Mission Impossible is kind of like, obviously, it's not Mission Impossible anymore.
So it's misnomer?
Yes.
Possible?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like Transformers. Michael Bay Transformers. You had, what was it? Oh God, what were some of the titles of those movies? Like Extinction, Edge of Extinction. It's like, how many times can we almost go extinct and have robots save us? I mean, look up some of these titles, transforming movie titles.
I like what Kelly said.
Oh hell yeah! A lot of people are doing that.
Mission Impossible.
She also says that I've yet to dive into the Daredevil movies yet. Something to look forward to. I haven't really watched the Daredevil movies. Well, TV shows. Wendy Hodge. Or maybe it is possible because he keeps trying.
Nice.
And then my hubby says Mission Impossible. ER. What?
Maybe.
I don't get it.
I don't get it.
Well, apparently Kelly Jo does.
I guess.
Do you get it?
No.
I don't either. Maya, can you kind of explain what does that mean? But we have Wendy Hodge. I like the Daredevil movies and shows. I got to get into that.
I don't know. It's this dog.
And you have a new ascot.
I know. I don't know what she's doing. She's being weird.
She's standing. She's using her own legs and standing on her own power. I know that's a miracle.
You're so funny.
Okay. So let's see if we got any more movies. Oh, this one. I don't know if many people know about this one. This is I don't think it's an acquired taste. But another movie coming out, Tron Ares.
Tron's a really cool story, actually.
I
There's some
like
really
Tron.
Cool stories. Tron's been very cool.
Did you like the second movie?
It was okay. I enjoyed it.
I did too.
Yeah.
And it's only the third movie. It's not like Mission Impossible. If there was a sequel part, they actually had parts to it. Would be part 17.
There's like Tron Legacy. Oh, Leslie, I think that she wants somebody.
Well, Tron Legacy was the last one. It came out like 10 years ago or more. And the original Tron that came out in the early 1980s, the first actual movie using computer-generated graphics. And the storyline was okay, but at the time, people were like, dude! So Tron Ares, while Svea's going over and taken care of, and I believe that is the last of the movies we're cranking through. Luckily, we're not out of material. We came prepared. We thought we'd have Dave. So, folks, with that happening, we have a fun contest for you that we're going to throw out there. Now, I don't know how many of you watched the Oscars last Sunday. When it was happening, I was actually driving home from the first aid training, completely missed it. But we have some fun. Originally Dave was going to be on. We're going to talk about the Oscars and throw out some Oscars trivia. We haven't met. Okay. We're going to catch up on some comments here. And Maya says, impossible ER. I don't know. It's my hubby. Okay. It was funny when he said it.
Maybe Mission Impossible ER means that it's like when you go to the ER, it's kind of like a crazy situation.
Or you just keep on waiting there for 12 hours.
That's true.
Let's go with this one. Wendy Hodge. I'm kind of digging the Svea ASMR voice.
I'm just not talking loud because we're okay.
What's ASMR?
Maybe I just need to talk really quietly. That's what
Okay.
she's saying because I'm not talking loud.
Autonomous sensory meridian response. Slang
I'm
term
talking
for a
quiet.
tingling sensation. Okay.
I'm talking quietly and not really loud.
So we're not going to get into the screaming contest tonight?
You want to scream on your side, go for it. See what your dad says.
It was supposed to be both of us tonight. We're going to have that contest.
No, I'm not going to scream.
We've been talking about it for not really 2 weeks, but more like 30 seconds.
Okay, James, I have an idea.
Yeah.
Let's do it right now. You and me.
Okay.
Let's scream. Okay?
One,
On the
you
count of
first.
3.
One, two.
You have to do it at the same time. 1, 2, 3.
I'm afraid. I might
I
wake
screamed
somebody up.
really loud. Did you hear me?
Yes.
I screamed so loud. Everyone's mad at me behind. I was screaming so loud that it actually cut out.
I believe you. I may be the only one that does. Okay.
James, it's your turn now.
My turn. We're supposed to do it at the same time. All right. My turn to scream.
Yeah, scream.
And I will always love you. And I'm going to wake my mom up and get my butt kicked if I go any louder than this. Okay. If I want full volume, I can do a mean Celine Dion or Whitney Houston. Okay. So
see, even Kelly Jo could hear me screaming.
Was loud. I was reading your lips. Just gotta back up the sisters. Okay. Oscar trivia time, folks, because we made this and we're gonna have some fun with it. So,
James.
Yes.
It's kind of funny because there's this one girl that does this Instagram thing, and she's always giving these ideas on how to do social media posts. And she talks the same way, where she's like, I have this really great idea on how you can do Instagram posts that are catchy. First of all, this is what you do. You're going to go to your comment. You're going to go to your stickers, and you're going to slide down. You're going to pick the one sticker. Then you're going to turn it to its side, and then you can save it here, and you can save it here. Then you're going to open it back up in your stories, and you're going to share it. And you share it here 2 times in one place. Thank you. Try my tip number 397.
Folks, if you want to enjoy crackers while you're eating the show and be healthy, try quinoa and black bean infused tortilla chips. This is good stuff. It's healthy because it has quinoa in it. And it's got black beans, which makes it black beanish. These are good. Okay. Hollywood trivia questions.
Yes, do it.
In the show. So, folks, we're going to give you a trivia question. We'd like you to put down the answer, and we're going to keep track of, basically it's just a fun thing here. No prizes on this one, but it'd be fun to do this interactive. So here's the first trivia question tonight, because we're talking about upcoming summer movies. Why not just jump to the Oscars? So first question we have is, in 2017, Faye Dunaway accidentally announced La La Land as the Best Picture winner, but which film actually won that night? Kelly Jo, you're not going to surely lose this. You are hip and awesome, and the teenagers love you.
I feel like it was Manchester by the Sea.
I'm thinking so too. All right, let's wait till we get an answer. We'll wait till one or two of the audience puts it in there. What do you guess, folks? We should see something pop. Okay, Wendy Hodge says
Wendy's
Moonlight.
probably right.
I think she usually nails the heck out of this stuff.
She's usually right.
Okay, answer is. Come on, thingy. Oh, Indian Time with the Slides. Don't be in a hurry, PowerPoint. Moonlight. It is Moonlight.
Yay, Wendy, you're right.
Go, Wendy. All right, next slide we have is going to be Indian Time. Okay, which popular singer has never been nominated for Best Original Song? Dolly Parton, Janet Jackson, Madonna, or Rihanna? Nah. Wendy says, but I didn't watch the Oscars this time. That's okay. None of these trivia questions are about the Oscars last Sunday. So who do you think it is, folks? Dolly Parton, Janet Jackson, Madonna, or Rihanna?
I feel like it's Janet Jackson.
I'm going to say Madonna. Okay, answer is?
Madonna. I think Madonna might have won or might have been nominated for Beautiful Stranger.
That's right, she did that. That's a good song. I almost forgot about it now. Now I want to hear it all of a sudden.
I like that song. She also had for A League of Their Own. She did. There's a Used to Be My Playground.
I remember that one too. All right, Wendy Hodge says Dolly Parton. In fact, it is going to be Indian Time slide, Indian Time. Okay, the answer is Madonna.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, surprise. As much as she's
Never
done.
nominated, huh?
Okay, next question we're going to have right here. There's only 5 of these. Okay, this is a true or false. Beauty and the Beast was the first animated movie to be nominated for Best Picture. True or false? So, folks, it's an easy one. 50-50. It's going to be true or false. What do you think, Svea?
I think maybe true. That was a very innovative movie. That was a very innovative movie.
Oh, yeah. Kelly Jo says I couldn't write anything. Screw up on my MUN on my end. All right. Folks, is it true or false? Let me see an answer right here. We wait for one to pop up, 1 or 2. We should have that any second now. Wendy Hodge says false. Survey says?
Wendy's probably right.
Actually, it is, because I'm looking at the answer now, true. Wendy's just being humble. She's just trying to show that, trying to make herself look humble.
That movie, when it came out, was such a big deal because it was the first animated movie where they actually did a full animated sequence with computer generated. That was the first time they ever did that.
I'm recalling that.
It's the first time. And then plus on top of that, the music was really amazing because you had, what's her face? Angela Lansbury singing for Mrs. Potts. I mean, so you had just had a really amazing music. You had beautiful animation. It was a real amazing. It was really good.
It was. The only thing is, it was Angela Lansbury singing.
Mm-hmm.
Did somebody get murdered? Folks, if you're wondering, Angela Lansbury on CBS used to be on the show for years called Murder, She Wrote. Well, all I know is that if you call Angela Lansbury, show up to your party or something, get the hell out of Dodge. Someone's going to die.
Gaston, he died in the movie.
Wow. Okay. One more trivia question, I believe. In 1969, there was a tie for Best Actress. One of the actors who won was Barbra Streisand, but who was the other? Vanessa Redgrave, Katharine Hepburn. I love Katharine Hepburn, imitating her. And Anna Bancroft or Elizabeth Taylor. I almost think it was Katharine Hepburn. I do a good Katharine Hepburn. I should be hired as a voiceover actor with Katharine.
She was very good, She was very good.
Absolutely. I love her in
she just had such a nice sound to her.
The sound of it, boys.
And she just was very snappy, but she was very classy at the same time.
I loved her in the movie with John Wayne, Rooster Cogburn and the lady.
Have you seen the movie Philadelphia?
Not yet.
I think it's just called Philadelphia. It's with her and Cary Grant.
Ooh.
And she was Cary Grant's wife previously in the movie, and she was going to be engaged. And Cary Grant she was going to get married, and Cary Grant came back to screw it up.
Wow.
It was a really good movie.
In the movie, we'll come back to that question, folks. We'll answer in a second. You've seen the movie The Aviator with Leonardo DiCaprio playing Howard Hughes? And Howard Hughes had a thing with Katharine Hepburn. They had a relationship. And the actress, I don't know who it was, but the actress that played Katharine Hepburn in The Aviator was so good. And then plus Katharine Hepburn in the movie
Philadelphia Story.
Huh?
It's Philadelphia Story.
Okay, I'm going to have to look that up.
Philadelphia is the one with Tom Hanks.
I remember that one. Okay. That was one of those really standout movies that made a statement. Okay, to answer this question, the answer is, come on, Indian Time Slide, Katharine Hepburn. We're going to have to do a show just with Katharine Hepburn imitations. Or an AI Katharine Hepburn. Okay, I believe that is it. Oh, one more. Here we go. You'll like this one. What movie won the very first Academy Award for Best Animated Feature? Was it Toy Story 2, Shrek, Spirited Away, or Finding Nemo? All of those are great.
Maybe Toy Story 2.
Toy Story 2?
That one was like, you're just going to cry. Like every Toy Story, you're going to cry.
I thought that was like Toy Story 3 that was super emotional.
Sad tears. Sad, emotional, angry tears.
Wasn't that I thought that was Toy Story 3 that was like super emotional.
Oh my God, Toy Story 3 was just like so sad. Toy Story 2.
I want to see it. I want to see a sad movie.
Hold on.
Okay. We'll wait for that. Finding Nemo. We have answers of Finding Nemo and a couple other, but we're going to go ahead and say the answer is, folks, and this might surprise you. They're all great. Shrek. It's a great movie. So I believe that is the last. Yes, that is the last of the trivia questions. Hope you had fun with that one. And with that, we are getting toward the top of the hour. So we've only got a few minutes left with that. But we went over some summer movies. There's some others that are coming out later in the year that you might dig. While Svea's taking the quick call right that. Remember that there's still movies coming out like Avatar, I believe Fire and Ash coming out in December. I am an Avatar fan. And that'd be pretty cool. And no, I don't think the first Avatar was just a rehashing of Dances with Wolves. Though it kind of was. Maya says, I cried at Toy Story 3. I have got to watch that. I know it came out quite a while ago, but I'll have to do that. You should do that. All right. Thank you, Maya. Maya says, great trivia. And Kelly Jo says, I couldn't answer any for some technical issue on my end. Yeah, it's okay. We're having some technical issues on our end too, right there. Hopefully I'm not bouncing around. My video is kind of smooth. So with that, we have only a couple minutes left. Folks, I wanted to talk about a bikepacking trip I recently did with some great photos. We'll save that for another show. And remember, look for our updates for Biking 300 Miles in March, the charity for American Cancer Society. And next week's show, we're going to be doing it on Babylonian Tupperware this time. We keep on promising that, but nothing about Babylonian Tupperware. And with that, I'm filling airtime right now. Most of the day is obviously on the phone probably with her mom, but something important obviously going to be, it is considering her week. But with that, let me know what movies, let's get into a cool conversation we've been doing tonight. Kelly Jo's computer went on Indian time. Yes, it did, Wendy Hodge. So what movie are you most looking forward to this summer? Me, I'm going to say it's Superman. That's the one I'm really curious about. Number 2 would be Jurassic World Rebirth.
Hello?
You're here. I hear you.
Hold on a second. Let me change the settings because I need to take it to my earphone. Hold on.
Okay.
Oh, it disconnected it. Hold on. Let me connect it again. Don't want to get too loud here. Hold on. Sorry.
Gotcha. Matter of fact, I want to try a drive-in movie theater this summer. I saw one in Riverside coming home. The other one I only know one of is near Wendy Hodge in 29 Palms. And they usually don't have first-run movies. Okay, wait for some answers, the folks. Which summer movie you after, Svea?
Which summer movie am I looking for?
Which summer movie you want to see the most?
I definitely am looking forward to Lilo and Stitch. I definitely want to see that one. I think that's going to be really cute.
Yeah, I'm curious about Superman. I might put that on my list, interestingly enough, but I'm number 2 for me, but number 1 for Wendy right there is I'll have to go with Jurassic World as well.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to see where they go with Scarlett Johansson and, just giant T-Rexes. I love the T-Rex thing. Ever since I saw that full T-Rex skeleton with 3 T-Rex skulls in front of it over at the Museum of the Northern Rockies in Montana last summer over in Bozeman,
Mm-hmm.
I just want to see a full-size T-Rex again. Those things were just so freaking enormous.
Mm-hmm.
18 feet tall and 40 feet long.
Yeah.
Or even 43 feet. All right. We're at 11 o'clock.
I know. Can you believe it?
Yes. Wendy does correct me on that one. They do have first run. It just depends on when they can get them. Got it. Okay. So that we're wrapping up tonight's show. Thank you so much for watching. Next week's show, watch for us. Next week we will be doing a show on how to match the right shoes with the right joggers or sweatpants.
Yeah. We wanted to surprise everyone because they thought it was such a good idea.
We're going to be doing athleisure wear fashions.
Yes.
Or not.
Mm-hmm.
If we feel like it. We kind of have a list of shows. We got to pick a couple that we've been doing. We plan these out several weeks in advance, but sometimes we just kind of flop them around based on, I don't know, anything. Okay. We do have a message for El Presidente. Thank you, everyone, for being here and watching. Thank you, James and Svea, for doing the show, even though, period. Have a great weekend, everyone. Get some rest. Self-care. Hashtag self-care. And lots of purple hearts. Got to put that in there.
Yes.
Okay. All we got is great. Have a smooth time at the Powwow this weekend, folks. If you're in the area and you got a chance, go check out Cal State Long Beach Powwow. I'm going to apparently be watching Toy Story 3 this weekend. And watch out for next week's show. We will be probably either talking about athleisure wear, Babylonian Tupperware, or if we're triple lucky, we'll have Dave Uchansky on.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Have a great week from Wendy or from Kelly Jo. And Wendy says, good week. All right, folks, this has been this week's episode of Late Night Craft Talk. Get ready to dance as I upload the video file, and hopefully I can find it in a decent amount of time. And generic show close. All right. Get ready to dance with us. I'm eating quinoa and fried eating pork for kids. Yeah. What are you eating?
Aw, ain't he cute?
Good night, folks. See you next week. Awesomeness.
Good night.